Okay, we're going to get into the meat of the operation here, making this chicken andouille sausage gumbo. First thing we're going to do is make a roux. Now, roux, if you paid attention to any of my other videos, you know that a roux is equal parts fat. In this case, I'm using oil. Can be bacon fat, can be butter. Any oil will work. Equal amounts of that and flour by weight. You know, some people will say by volume, but it's actually by weight. We're going to mix that up. You want to be careful not to burn a roux. Nothing worse than a burnt flour roux. If you do perchance burn it, you can't save it, throw it out, start over. You will find that there are 3 different types of roux. There's white roux, which you're going to use in a light colored dish like a chicken fricassee. There's a medium roux, which you might use in beef stroganoff, and you get a brown dark roux. That's what we're going for here. What we're going to look for is first the smell of the flour to go out so that you don't smell the flour. Then we're going to look for something about the color of peanut butter, and it will thicken up. I once did a show with Paul Prudhomme when I was in school in Baltimore. He has what he calls his voodoo roux, and it was so secretive that we all had to leave the kitchen when he made it. But, you know, observant as all students are, we saw everything that was out, and when we went back in, we saw what was missing, and we think we figured it out. With Paul, it will remain a secret with me. Okay, we got the roux cooking. Now we're gonna. This is 1 medium chopped onion going in. The other main ingredient for a gumbo, fresh okra. You can buy frozen, but I was introduced to fresh okra this summer, and for my money, no comparison. A little bit of garlic, chopped. You want to be careful with the garlic. Again, just like your roux, if you burn it, start over. Now, as this is cooking away, it is thickened up a good bit. Now, in the previous video, I showed you how to debone a chicken. That chicken breast meat going in. Let that brown up a bit. Now the next thing that we're going to add is chicken stock. Now this can be store-bought. You can make your own, because once you debone all those chicken breasts, you're left with the bones and a little bit of meat. You put that in a stock pot with some celery, parsley, onion, what have you. You will make some of the best chicken stock you'll ever use. Okay, this is 2 quarts of chicken stock. A typical recipe would tell you equal parts chicken stock and water. As I was explaining earlier to some people in the showroom, I hate the use of water in recipes. You know, it's tasteless. Here we're cooking something that is basically, for want of a better word, tomato based. So why would we want to add the water for the liquid when we can build our flavors and at the same time put a little extra zip in it. I use Bloody Mary mix. So we're going to add that. To give it that tomatoey flavor and a little bit of zip. For the rest of the tomatoes, this is a 28-ounce jar or can of diced tomatoes with the juice. They're going in. Going to give it a good stir. And as you can see, this is a little watery now. It'll take a while for it to come to a boil. Anything with a roux, a cornstarch thickening agent, nothing will reach its full thickness until it boils. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, it's too thin. Well, it hasn't begun to boil. So you can see what we've got now. As this comes to a boil, you will see that we'll probably end up adding a little bit more of that Bloody Mary mix to get the consistency that we want. A lot of recipes will tell you that you should have put the rice in with the onions and the okra and the roux to sort of let it blossom, let it cook with the whole pot, thereby infusing the liquid or the flavors of the onions and that into the rice. So that, if you're going to do that, you have to bear in mind that rice is also, the starch in rice is also a thickener. We like to serve ours on the side. You know, just a scoop of rice in the bowl and then the gumbo over top. But as I add later, the other main ingredient is the andouille, which is a Louisiana Cajun spicy sausage. That has to be cooked. So what I do is when I do my rice in the rice cooker, there's also a steamer that can go on top of that, and that's where I put the andouille. The andouille has to be cooked. It's not fully cooked when you get it. So I put the andouille in on top of the rice. That way, as it cooks, the juices and whatnot are going to drop out through the perforation in the bottom of the steamer and flavor that rice, which is a good thing. And again, andouille, going back to the andouille sausage, it tends to be a little spicy. If you want to shy away from that and think that you're going to get enough spice from the Bloody Mary mix or what have you, just go ahead and use a kielbasa sausage, a smoked sausage of choice, but you're going to need some sausage in there. That's, you know, there's three things that you're always going to find in a gumbo, and sausage is one of them. All right, we've got it cooking to our consistency. Now, I just did the taste test. I'm one that likes to add salt and pepper, if needed, towards the end. And it does need, so I'm going to put a little black pepper in it. The other thing is kosher salt. Now, a lot of people say why. So what I like to add, just for a little extra flavor, is liquid smoke. It's like sesame oil. A little bit goes a long way. So you more or less have to add that to taste. Okay, now what I have in here now is 1/2 deboned chicken breast. Not nearly enough chicken to feed the 18 people that we're cooking for today, for the people in the showroom and the employees. So what I do when I need some chicken, save time, save money. You know, what you do in a professional kitchen so easily can transfer over to your home kitchen in saving time, saving steps, saving money. All right, what I have here is a rotisserie chicken that I purchased at a local grocery store. It's a whole chicken. It's already cooked. You take the meat off the bone. You've got all the meat that you're going to need. And not only have you saved the time of having to cook it, but $4.99 for, you know, all the chicken that you will need. So that's going in. And yes, I bought 2 of them. Now the andouille sausage. Again, this is not cooked, so it was steamed on the top of the ricer. That's going in. Okay, that's just about done it for the chicken sausage gumbo here at JES today. We've got ourselves a pretty good pot. I'm quite sure that the employees are going to enjoy it. Now, like I said, this is chicken sausage. Other people will tell you to put shrimp in it. That's not going to hurt at all. I guess basically what I would need to tell you is do your own thing. That's the big thing. I used to tell my students, you know, think outside the box. A recipe in chefing is more or less just a guideline. If you get into the professional baking, a recipe, you should look at a recipe as being a formula. If you don't follow it exactly, it's not going to turn out. But you've got a lot of leeway as far as what you put in your cooking in the chef end of it. So again, thank you so much, and we hope to see you online. Don't forget to give us a shout out at www.jesrestaurantequipment.com. Place there for remarks. Love to hear from y'all. Thank you.